My name's Maria Serbus. I am an Akashic Records intuitive reader, intuitive channeler, and soon to be currently going through the next level of certification with Amy Robeson, an Akashic Records healer. But my guide team, I had just wrapped up with a reading for a fellow entrepreneur about an hour ago, and this theme keeps repeating itself in my life. It came through as light language last night. It came up again during this person's reading. And so when I see a theme continue to pop up, that also tells me it's something that the collective can also benefit from. So if you're a solopreneur and you landed on this page and you see this message, you're hearing it for a reason. Also, I was like trying to quick make a snack after this reading that I finished, and even then my guide team was like, you got to share this, you got to share this, you got to go live. Because honestly, I was going to share this message because, as I mentioned, it came through as light language last night. And so I typically share those as like a static image post, which I still will share. But like here I am like making a snack, cutting up my cucumbers and stuff. And they were just like, no, you need to like share this in video form. So I'm going to listen. Okay. Let me just start with a message that is wanting to come through from the Akashic Records. Remember, the Akashic Records are this energetic blueprint. It's the all-knowing essence, but it's each of us has our own Akashic Records, which is your and mine, all of our energetic blueprint. Forwards, backwards in time. It knows everything about you, all possible timelines, just everything. And so there's a lot of wisdom that we can gain from the Akashic Records, either on a personal level in a reading, but even just, I know that I've been called here to just tapping into my connection with the Akashic Records to bring channeled messages to the collective as well. Okay, so let me just connect in with my guide team so that I can share what is meant to be shared. Okay. So a lot of us are believing this false lie that we're somehow alone. That through maybe your past stories, trauma, things you have been through, ultimately put you in this position, this mentality that we're like in a dog-eat-dog world. Everybody's out for themselves, and I need to like scrap it together, muscle it through, grit my way through my life, my experiences. It's my journey. I'm all alone. And what the masters, teachers, and loved ones of the highest vibration want to remind you of, remind all of us of, is that yes, while your life journey is only yours and you only have control of your life journey, don't let that fool you that you are, though, in fact, alone. They want me to pull in that old fable, and I laugh just because, well, you'll see why. But anyways, they want me to share like that fable that many of us, if you maybe were raised in a Christian household, grew up maybe of a Catholic Lutheran faith, whatever that may be. For me, it was Catholic, but it's like a fable or a story that you'll often hear. And so they want to use this analogy to just remind us that we're not in fact alone, even though, yes, we are on this life journey and we each have our own unique path. Remember that story of the individual who's like walking on the beach and they only see their one set of footprints walking in the sand. And, they're walking through the life journey. They go through good times, but they also go through really difficult times, and they always only see one set of footprints. And the person asks, at the end when they get to heaven, and they say like, God, I thought you were with me, but even during my really difficult times, I still only saw one set of footprints in the sand. And God goes, during those most difficult times, I'm always with you, but during those difficult times, it was then that I carried you. And they want me to share that because it's just another reminder that like ego tries to say you're alone. You've got to figure this out on your own. You're the only one that it can experience your pain, your joy. And again, while all of that is true, you are uniquely on your own mission of why you came into this world. But don't let that fool you that you are in fact alone. You have magic all around you. They want me to pull in that, for example, I did a reading previously and, for that individual, oh my gosh, they were surrounded by their angels, by fairies. Like it was beautiful. And it's like the energetic room to speak for the reading was packed with this person's people. And you can think of that too for yourself. And I know that it doesn't always feel like that, but it is true. However, we do have to like tap in and connect to that, back to our soul essence. Okay, I diverted a little bit. All right, so back to the message, the really big reminder that they want me to pull through, the message that came through last night, and I will show you guys the light language and it'll be posted as well, is that you are always divinely held, supported, and led on your life journey. You are. And the second you start to believe that is the second when everything changes, because you can always ask your guide team, hey, I would like this. Can you help me with this? How can I gain support and wisdom for this? But we can ask questions. We can set intentions. We can work with our guide team. But again, it's work with, not they do all the work. At the end of the day, your high vibrational spirit guide team, your high vibrational light beings that are in your Akashic records, at the end of the day, they are in a different realm. They're in the 4D, the 5D, the 6D, and like they can't do the work for you. You are the essence in the 3D. You are the organic material here. You still have to play an active role in your life, but you can always ask for help. And number 2, you have to then be willing to get still enough to listen. Too often we are just too busy, too go, too like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Oh, what should I do next? But again, notice how there's never a pause. There's just more going, doing, asking. But are you ever slowing down to receive? It's ironic because as I say this and as I'm channeling this message through right now, that's why so many posts, but there's another post coming out today because it was just channeled through all about how we need to be able to slow down in order to receive, and we forget that. So I also wanted to use this live in this video to talk a little bit about light language. I'll continue to sprinkle this in. This is the light language message that came through. And notice how like you can look at this, what I channeled through in different ways. Light language, I won't go deep into it right this second, and I'm still continuing to learn more from my mentor, Amy Robeson. But what Masters, Teachers, and Loved Ones want us to know is remember that light language is actually the language of your soul. You already know this. So even if you're just like, if ego is like, what? I don't know what this is. You do. At a soul level, you know what it is. It can be channeled through written form. Written form is like drawing. Honestly, for those of you, if you've ever been like a doodler and you're just kind of like, you sometimes mindlessly daydream and doodle, that is a form of light language. So there's written, there's spoken light language. I can channel spoken light language. It comes fairly naturally to me. I'm still working on centering and aligning to be sharing that on this channel, but that's coming. And then there's also movement-based light language too. So when you're just like naturally and intuitively moving, that can also be light language moving through you. So I will share that also at a later date so that you can see the static post of that one. But again, the message and the intention that like came through, and then the light language that came through when I did this one was, I am held, supported, and divinely led. So I just want you to know that the high vibrational beings want you to be reminded of that, especially in your business, especially if you are leading a business that you feel like you have this deeper mission and purpose. You do. you do. And remember that you're being divinely led through it. You're not all by yourself. And comment below what resonated for you. Have an awesome day.